Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, certified high performance coach and podcaster. Want to talk to you about come learn, grow, and meet our people of impact. We do this on a monthly basis, a live event where you can come shake hands with the speakers, learn, build relationships, and connect. It's so important to connect in the world of digital texting and AI and all this stuff. The human drivers are of aliveness. Connection is number two, meaningful purpose, and personal growth. You can get this because on the fourth Saturday of every month, we bring live speakers. We stream it and we do it live. Come, learn, meet the speakers, be a speaker, be part of our community. Because if you want to be part of a community, just go to pkane.me/connect. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what we have for you this Saturday. Because do you want to watch TV or do you want to be part of meeting people, building relationships, learning and growing are going to serve you in your life and your business if you can grasp the concept. We do a virtual event on the third Saturday, same as the live event. There are virtual and they're live. Both are events, part of our community. We want to be bold, make an impact, and have fun. Part of having fun is getting together, enjoying each other, learning, building those relationships. And when we look at my first speaker, which is me, I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Okay. Being a key person of influence will simplify your life and will give you such excitement because you're creating your life. We fall into consumption by watching too much TV, scrolling too much social media. Because you're scrolling, you're doing judgment for your brain. Do I like it? Do I comment on it? Do I share it? When you get back to creating, that's when the aliveness just hits you, and it's so absolutely wonderful. But the 7-11-4 is 7 hours, 11 interactions, buying signals, and 4 different platforms. And the reason we say that is the world shift from local to global. You still act local, but I want you to think global because the world can take advantage or can enjoy what you bring to it. What I'm doing today can be seen around the world. And if you're still working in that global mindset and you have not started thinking globally, you're missing opportunity for yourself and your life. So when you look at 7 hours, I meet you, I have a good conversation with you, you build curiosity. Now I want to go on a journey with you. But if I look you up, and I will, and I see nothing, the journey's over with. So if you're wanting to do business, you have to be thinking about your online profile. That's what Daniel teaches. So get the book, Key Person of Influence, and learn the 7-11-4. And the 4 is 4 different platforms. A podcast is a platform, a book, a magazine, a workshop, a webinar, a podcast, a video, different platforms. The mind just is trying to get you. If you look at yourself as 150 people you know, like, and trust, they're in your circle of relationships. If you're in business, you have to enter that relationship circle. If not, information just goes right over the head. It's kind of like you have 100 people in a crowd. and you recognize one person who you know, like, and trust. You see all 100, but one person stands out because your brain is familiar and recognizes that person. The same thing happens on your digital strategy. That's what we teach with our community. That's what I coach on. I'm a high performance certified coach by the High Performance Institute. Brendan Bouchard is the person, the founder. He certified me. Look him up. He wrote High Performance Habits, best-selling book, Clarity, Energy, Courage, Productivity, and Influence. Okay, the next speaker is going to be a dynamic woman, Savannah Rose Johnson. I met Savannah 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago when she was serving a nonprofit that she was helping. Let me think. I'm thinking of a nonprofit. Kenrod. And Kenrod helps support underprivileged opportunities, educational opportunities for kids. And Savannah was serving way back then. She was on the board working with Kelly. And when I was working with Kelly, I said, you got to find somebody young that loves what you're doing that can take over the role that we're doing. And Savannah stepped up and she crushed it. Like one podcast, it wasn't even called podcast back then. I don't know how many years ago, but she crushed it. Now, here's the cool thing. She has a life of holistic. When you talk about living alignment and you talk about helping people, supporting people, Savannah's name is going to be in that dictionary. For those that remember what a dictionary is. But Savannah's going to talk to you about the 3 points of holistic living. Meditation, observing the thoughts is key. So come join Savannah, and you'll see her in person Saturday. All right, our next speaker, let me see, is the dynamic George, and let me pronounce George. Nagana. Not much on. I have to work on that. Team building for contractors. We kid about this, that working with contractors is like trying to herd cats on steroids. They're very independent. They show up when they want to. And you got to get the work done. So if you're not highly skilled in working with this mindset, it'll eat you up and spit you out. So you have to have a skill set. Being raised or being in a family with girls, his sisters shaped his thinking. So he not only knows how to work with people, he's able to advance the projects, and that's a skill. And George is going to share with you on Saturday how you can take those principles, apply them to your life. Because if you can work with independent-minded people like contractors, you can work with anybody. Okay, so George will be with us. Then we're going to be launching our free digital high-performance coaching course. This is the 12 sessions that we've talked about before, but it's going to talk about focal points, clarity, energy. And then we're going to get into courage, productivity, and influence. The second part of the sessions, mastery, physiology, psychology, physiology, productivity mastery, persuasion mastery, purpose mastery, and then we're going to get you a mindset of high performance. And if you have a mindset of high performance, that's when you perform at the highest level possible. Because Personal development is a daily thing, as we talk about. And understanding, it changed my life 2 years ago when I hired a high performance coach. And wow, the results and the transformation will springbolt, what do you call it? Catapult, or gave me the fuel to the rocket, because I had never paid for a coach until that time. And I thought, hey, I am very disciplined. I don't need anybody to motivate me. I have pretty good motivation. But I was wrong. I could get in the red zone. I could get close. But high performing people in anything that they do, they have coaches. Because when Michael Jordan came to play in the NBA, had a stellar career at North Carolina, he was a great scorer those first few years, but he had 0 championships. Then a coach came in, Phil Jackson, took a talented person, surrounded the team, worked the team, and the outcome, 5 national championships. He ends up going to LA, 4 more championships. He won 2 as a player, 5 in Chicago, 4 in LA. And you say, dang, coaches matter. Yes, they do. And we're going to give you the course because we want to activate your high performance mindset. Then when you hit go through the high performance habits, we're going to invite you to join our group, our thriving community, where you're live coached with 20 people, live coached with 10 business-minded people, 5 veterans, and 5 youth. This enables you to build a thriving community, almost like a master pod of high performance mindset people. Common goal, common things, but doing it together. And when you do life together with people that have that same mindset, your life will transform and you'll never be the same. We want to provide that with you. Then if you say to me, I want one-on-one, I want to move fast, because time is the most precious thing you have. With the world turning upside down here with AI, you want that mentor. You want that coach. You want to move as fast as you possibly can. And to do that, a performance coach will come alongside you and push you and challenge you, give you that critical feedback that you need. Because we'll disappoint ourselves. But when we're accountable to a coach, when you're accountable to a group, and picture yourself in a group of 20, but you want to go faster like I did. And that's why I hired for a whole year coaches to coach me in 12-week sessions. So that's possible. All right, let me go on to our next, Wanda Pearson. Now, not only is Wanda an exceptional, beautiful woman, a woman that's pouring back in to people. She's written books. She has taken on the journey of making legal affordable. She's the go-to person, but she's going to help you learn how to navigate through life. And you have to understand the legal system. Laws are there to be followed. Not like we're seeing now, broken. Follow them. And Wanda, dynamic speaker, wonderful person, author, and she's making a big impact in the world. And she'll be with you. Our next speaker will be me. We are rolling out to our youth because we want to embrace our future leaders. We want to empower our future leaders. Because as the world flips, you and I, if you're the same age as me in the 60s, we have life lessons. We've learned from our mistakes. But when you're young, you don't have as many life lessons yet, but you will. And if you can be coached through this rapid change, this totally crazy change that's coming, you'll be better prepared for the life ahead of you. And if you can understand the high performance habits of clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, you're going to have the skills to navigate, to jump on the chain of abundance, to have the mindset of a high performance person, and be in a group with others that can help you, because together we're better. And this is available if you just go to pk.me/youth and use the word podcast, it'll waive the $300 fee. Okay, the next speaker, we're going to talk Phil Brannon. Phil, being a corporate guy, has succeeded in his career because of relationships. And today, they're going to be more important, if that's even possible, than in the past, because AI is going to blurry the lines, but relationships will always be about people. He knows how to build relationships. He's been successful. He works with people. He works with his clients, and he works from relationships as his foundation to the success. And he's going to share time with us about the value that relationships matter. Then we're going to get into Glenda Hicks. Oh, man. It's going to be fun to get Glenda Hicks back in the house. Glenda, a proficient speaker, accomplished businesswoman, and a person of impact, because there's not a better place to put your time and attention than our nonprofits. And nonprofits are like businesses, but you have to realize that they're going to build thriving communities if they reach their potential. And Glenda gamifies learning, and she focuses on getting the most out of your leadership team when you're nonprofit. And you're going to want to get in touch with Glenda to be able to help your nonprofit reach its full potential, and she'll be with us. Our next one is George. I mean, this comes from my many conversations I've had with George. And I asked him, like, what gave you the mindset that you have shown in dealing with customers, clients? And a lot has to do with being raised by sisters, being raised and framing your empathy muscle, and being able to listen and understand. And that's why we say connecting and gaining trust with women over 60. Because when it comes to the remodeling, the remolding, the mold modification in the businesses he's in, you're always dealing with the woman of the household, because that person is connecting more relationship to him. So it tends to fall that way. And so George has developed a skill set, a mindset of really helping people deal with this. And it's so important to understand how you deal with people. And George is going to share with us on that. Then we're going to get it back with Savannah Rose Johnson, where she's going to talk about embracing authenticity, the path to self-love and inner safety. It's through her journey, and she'll share with you what that means, how important it is to have that self-awareness, have that self-love, to be authentic, to be in alignment with who you are, because that is part of those human drivers: aliveness, connection, meaningful purpose. And the last one being personal growth. And Savannah practices personal growth. She practices this every day. She's going to share with you that journey, her journey in that area. Jay Tubb, met Jay at our 50th high school reunion, and we went to high school together. And we realized the path that we've been on, a holistic path, has been similar. Different stories, different people, but similar interest. And the holistic journey is one that's gaining more popularity, more steam, and people are leaning into more self-responsibility, more, I'm going to be aware of what I'm putting in my body. I'm going to be aware of my energy level. I'm going to be aware of that if I take a holistic mindset, it'll serve me to live longer, be around, enjoy things more. And Jay's going to be from Richmond. We're going to stream him in. And each week we try to get somebody streaming in, because we're going to stream this. We're going to open this up to other cities as soon as we perfect the Kennesaw area. So our next one, Kimberly Haas, a wonderful person. We're in Rotary together, and I hired Kimberly back when I lived at Overture, and I know the heart that she has and what she's doing to impact the world. Affordable VIP care is important. When we get a little older, we've lived our life and we need to reward ourselves. But we don't always, we think, we're going to give the money to the grandkids. They don't need it. Let them earn their own money. You enjoy your life. And she's going to talk about trust care teams. She's going to talk about the heart to serve. And when you have a heart to serve, and she won our Rotarian of the Year, 125 people. They could have picked a lot of people, but they picked Kimberly because she has that heart to serve. She is a person that's making an impact, and she's going to share with us what it means that you deserve the best. And Glenda Hicks is going to be back on leadership aspirations, because leadership is going to be so critical in life as AI flips this world upside down. And the leadership within nonprofits will determine the impact that you're going to make on your community. And if you can understand and hire somebody like Glenda, who's been working with nonprofits a lot of years, you'll get the most out of your nonprofit. And because of her gamifying of learning, she has a game to learn. So you're working together as a nonprofit leadership group, and you're learning as you're working. And the more you can have fun and learn, the better you're going to be in what the impact that you're going to make in your community. And let me see, the last one, again, next to the last one is Wanda. She's going to come back about protecting your legacy starts today. The power of a will and a legal love letter. It's so important that you take the responsibility to make sure your, I know there's a word for it. Your intentions are communicated. The worst thing you can do is not have a will, or have one that you have communicated to your loved ones and you're gone and they don't know what you wanted. Communicate that. It makes life so much better, and Wanda's going to share with us. The 4 human drivers I will be delivering is, when you look at life and in your ability to live it with the gusto, you have one life to live. It changed for me because I almost lost it. And when you almost lose something like your life, you come out of it with a different mindset. And aliveness comes from connection, meaningful purpose, and personal growth. And if you understand those four, you're so excited about life. Do you have tough days? Sure. But if you have the mindset to be able to grow through those, to have that pursuit, that meaningful pursuit, whatever you're doing, a meeting, a phone call, have meaning, purpose in that. What do you want to accomplish? Connections, always growing your relationships, always looking to connect. Because if you look at social media as your social time, that's media time. Social time is connecting. And if you take that social word, throw it out the window, not that I'm throwing a wet blanket on social media, but I want you to approach it with the right mindset. It's media. And if you decide you want to consume media, you're consuming other people's lives. You're making your brain judge, and you're allowing yourself to be wired towards that. And if you're not careful, there's consequences to that. So that's why I like to pick up the phone, talk to people, because you get that connection. When you come to a live event, talk to the speakers, talk to the people, meet people, build relationships, hang out, but learn and grow while you're hanging out. And that aliveness kicks in. Okay, let me put this up here. And we don't have this week, like my friend Crystal Duke. I've been asking Crystal for about 6 months to come speak. She's a busy, busy woman, but she's a woman of a heart. She's a wonderful person. She's impacting lives. We just got to get her on our schedule so she can be able to share with our community just the health mindset. She can really help you move. When you're looking at your life, you only have one life to live. So take care of your body. And if you take care of your body, it's going to take care of you. And Crystal can help share strategies, insights on prioritizing your health. Because when you lose it, you can have hundreds of goals, but when you lose it, you have one goal: get your health back. And Crystal will help you prioritize that mindset of health and fitness. All right. So go to petekane.me, connect. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. Grace Church this Saturday from 10 to 11:30. Now, we have it on the fourth Saturday. So if you just go to connect, you can sign up for, if you have something planned this week, and the summer is here. So vacations are here. But if you don't, come out and meet us, talk to us, be with us. And if you'd like to be a guest on my podcast, go to petekane.me and just sign up to be a guest. Love to have you on my show. And if you're not sure about your direction, if you don't have clarity to where you're going, because the world's going to flip, and it's flipping now, and you have to be clear, because any distraction will get you off. So you want to be so clear, have the big vision for your life, for yourself. Go to petekane.me/SS and schedule a strategy session so we can roll up our sleeves and help you get clear on the future, gain more energy, build that courage, be more productive, be a greater influence on your family, on your friends, on your business. And to do that, you got to do it intentionally. And we have a framework to help you achieve that. So my name is Pete Kane. Be bold, make a difference, and have fun. Be bold,